You see, the leadership of the North, and this is where we need to hold some people responsible. The leaders of the region and the people are either not serious about this matter or outrightly complicit. And let me say this. Whenever I hear this nonsense called non-kinetic approach to security, it riles me up
Hmm.
because there is no such thing in the textbook of national security where you have an insurgency and insurrection. Non-kinetic approach to insecurity simply means elements of good governance, trying to convince citizens to be more law-abiding and loyal to the country, using all sundry subterranean means, which includes entertainment, for instance, which includes art and culture, simple, which includes information dissemination. But when you have an insurgency at hand, people have raised arms to kill fellow citizens and to hold the state to ransom. You don't talk about non-kinetic approach. You deploy the full might of the state to defeat internal or external enemies, or let me put it rightly, domestic or foreign enemies, as enshrined in the Constitution. So when northern governors begin to play with this idea of non-kinetic approach to security and are routinely offering amnesty, negotiations, discussions with bandits, what they are doing constitutes a violation of the Constitution. It is illegal, it is unreasonable, and for me, in case they do not know, they have become accomplices to the crime of banditry. Because the Constitution does not give any governor the power to organize peace meeting with killers of men and destroyers of properties. There's no negotiation of bandits in our Constitution. So what the governors have been in the North and some other leaders that are advancing this negotiation and amnesty, whatever, what they are doing is that they are committing a crime by being accomplices to banditry. Because the result has been that it has emboldened these bandits to restock their armament, their cache of armament, emboldening them, and they are spread across the country. As we are giving them amnesty in Katsina, in Sokoto, and other places in the Northwest, they are moving south towards north-central states like Kogi, Kwara, and they are moving southwards towards the Atlantic, and wreaking the same havoc they have been wreaking across the country. Because you cannot rehabilitate a criminal, a bandit whose sole motive is money. If you look at banditry, for instance, it's a culturally motivated crime with the end goal of making money. Simple. They have no basis for doing what they are doing. But unfortunately, I think the president of Nigeria and other politicians from the south are wary of the largest voting demography in Nigeria, which is home to the bandits. And they don't want to offend sensibility. And I'm like, what sensibility are you not going to offend when people are being killed almost on a daily basis? Time without number, these negotiations have collapsed. This amnesty offer has collapsed. Because each time you do that, they embolden them. And let me tell you the danger in this or in all of this. The rate of people are feeding these bandits fat. A time will come that they will come for the state. Because they will now look at the fact that beyond those kidnapping individuals and collecting ransom, we can go for the state. We can defeat the Nigerian state. In case you do not know, my dear brother, the war going on in Sudan today is between former bandits and the government of Sudan, the military of Sudan. The RSF, the Rapid Support Forces, that is led by Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, we are former members of the Janjaweed militiamen, a group of Arab bandits that wreaked havoc in Western Darfur region of Sudan. And as a reward system, the government of Sudan, who are fellow Arabs like them, incorporate them into the Sudanese army. Today, they are challenging the authentic Sudanese armed forces for the control of the Sudanese state because they have become that powerful. If we are not careful, northern Nigeria might fall under the control of bandits. If it doesn't happen today, it will happen tomorrow, except the government takes decisive action today.